Why? Why? Before championship weekend, the college football playoff rankings are out. Now, there's still a few things that can move and rattle around, but by and large, this is your college football rankings. You got Oregon at 1, Texas at 2, Penn State 3, Notre Dame, Georgia, Ohio State, Tennessee, SMU, Indiana, Boise State being the number 4. If they win their champion, they will be the last bye-week champion. You have Alabama sliding in, and that means number 12 is the last team out, Miami, with almost no way statistically to get in because you got the Big 12 champions back there with Arizona State and projected to be the winners there of the Big 12 championship. So it's looking like to be an interesting situation. So let's get down to the nitty and gritty because there's a lot of teams. Just speed it up because there's a lot of people in my comment section that agree. What is this? Why? Why is Missouri ranked number 19? Can somebody pull up Missouri's record, please? Can somebody pull up Missouri? I know we're here to talk about the playoffs, and Missouri's not sniffing the playoffs. I get it, but they are ranked. They've been ranked every single one. Look at this. I don't want y'all to forget the Vanderbilt double overtime game. Okay, y'all lost to Texas A&M, who is now a 4-loss team, son. All right. You lose to Auburn. I mean, not Auburn. You lose to Alabama, which, to be honest, that should be a red flag, okay? And then you got wins on Mississippi State, Arkansas. What's your hallmark victory? Talk to me. Everybody talks about Texas strength of schedule. What's the big W here, son? Where is it? Where did y'all stretch your stuff against UMass? Anyway, back to more serious things. At number 1, Oregon. Oregon has played like a dominant team in a lot of games. They've been a little shaky, but they've dealt with adversity. They've handled Ohio State, and now I think the jury's out on Ohio State and what type of team they are. Ohio State is in. They're locked number 1, even if they don't win the Big Ten champion. Crazy. A Pac-12 team coming in and winning the Big Ten championship is going to be insane. Hug 'em horns. We are locked into the college football playoff. Looking like that. Of course, even if we lose the SEC championship, which of course we've booked our ticket there, we're going to be at a at-large team. If not, a bye week would be phenomenal. Like my man CFP resume writes out. Path to top 4 seed is win the SEC title game. Path to number 1 overall seed is win SEC title game and a loss by Oregon in the Big Ten title game. Not sure what the likelihood of that is, but Penn State is 11-1, and they play Oregon in the Big Ten game. Big Ten title game. They are locked. Even if they lose, they're going to be an at-large team. Yata. Shout out Notre Dame. I told y'all Notre Dame and Penn State. I told y'all. Go back in my videos. I told y'all beginning of the season, middle of the season, going through the rankings. I was like, Notre Dame and Penn State, they're going to sneak and slither themselves right back up into the playoffs. I don't believe in Penn State. I don't really think that anything that they've done has been remarkable. They've always going to have a Penn State defense, which is going to be something that's, remarkable and something to look at. But nothing that scares me, nothing that really shows me that they're going to be an elite team to be reckoned with. They're going to lose the Big Ten title. I'm almost certain. Now, if they win the Big Ten title, we got different conversations at hand. All right. They beat Oregon. Well, it got crazier, but you know what I'm saying? I don't think it's going to happen. Notre Dame, look, I give them respect for choosing hard schedules, but it's a glorified ACC schedule. Let's be real. It's a glorified ACC schedule with some few handpicked SEC teams. You got Georgia at number 5, absurd. But, since Ohio State is just choking on barley wheat and they just happen to be Lil Bro State. Shout out Matt B. Vandy. Shout out Matt B. Diddy. Lil Bro Vandy, not Lil Bro Vandy, Lil Bro State absolutely their pants. So Georgia is at number 5, locked into the college football playoff. Can't get rid of dogs at 2 losses. Their marquee wins. They have some pretty good marquee wins, especially when you talk about Texas and the domination that they've done. Wins against Tennessee and the like. That barn burner against Georgia Tech, and a lot of people got mad at me in the comments because I was talking about how the refs screwed over Georgia Tech. But they gave Georgia Tech a bunch of other chances. I don't care, dog. All right, let me be biased against the big red machine. Ohio State, Little Bro State. Ryan Day is going to be the first head coach to make it to the college football playoffs and still be on the hot seat. This is amazing. It's going to be great. They could win the national championship, Ohio State, and Ryan Day will still be on the hot seat. I guarantee you it. Tennessee, I think they snuck into it. The offense does not impress me. This is a defense and a defensive line, which is one of the scariest in the nation. And I'll give you that twice, 3 times every single day. And they prove it a lot. They're doing great stuff. So they're going to be locked into the college football playoff. Another SEC team, top heavy SEC list. Shout out to Smooth. Are they locked? No, they have to win the ACC title. But being at number 8 for an SMU team, look, man, SMU has a long, winding path to being where they are. So to be able to challenge for an ACC title out there in Dallas, the Ponies are in a really good situation. There is a chance with a loss to Clemson, SMU may find themselves on the wrong side of the cut line. So the best path is to not tempt fate, especially when you see who's at number 11. But number 9, Indiana, had the CFP remain inside the cut line in the week's rankings, which they likely will. Then a virtual lock for the CFP. There could be some weird things that shake out, of course, with the Big Ten championship and, SMU, doing some gnarly things. So that there could be some situation. A Boise State loss can make things hard for Indiana, I believe, as well, just because it changes the dynamics. Because someone like Alabama, as a 9-3 team, SMU wins the ACC title game, or SMU loses by more than 1 score and falls behind Clemson in the rankings, then Alabama's in. So Alabama's not ranked. They're not ranked, but not ranked. They're not guaranteed, but they're way too close for me to be a 3-loss SEC team. And you knew they were going to do it. A lot of people told y'all they were going to do it. They weren't going to let Alabama out of the playoffs, and by God, they are knocking at the door if we've ever seen it. Boise State at 11-1. Hey man, if they go ahead and clean up the Mountain West Championship, I don't give them the bye. I think they deserve it. Y'all can yap about competition all day long. Give Heisman to Travis Hunter. Give the playoff berth to Ashton Jeter. He go do what he do, how the way he do it, and I really hope that Boise State puts the people on blast. Because look, Boise State this ain't new to them. Y'all remember the statue of. You feel me? So don't act like it's new to these Ponies, because they also get that done. And to be honest with you, the saddest people in the land, the saddest people of all time, it's got to be Miami, man. It's over. An almost blemishless season when it comes to the win column, right? A lot of miraculous victories, a lot of naysay about Cam Ward being a Heisman candidate, which I still think he's a Heisman candidate. I think he's still going to be a top 10 pick. I think he's still a phenomenal, quarterback. I think that offense is phenomenally high powered. But when you lose it, when that defense gives up the way it gives it up, it's going to be hard to put you in places and spaces. So they go ahead, get ready for the Halula Bowl or whatever's going on there. Shout out Miami, though. Shout out Cam Ward. Next one. Then we got Ole Miss. Here it is, number 13. Almost no path to the college football playoff. The fact that they're even ranked at number 13 is I think, another travesty. Remember who they lost to. And don't forget that Alabama just lost to Oklahoma. We didn't forget. We didn't forget just because everybody was fighting rivalry week. Now, going into the end, these are people with almost no path besides the Big 12 champions, which, of course, is Arizona State. But here we go. SC, sadly, almost no path to the college football playoff. Look, this is a team that really caught its win there at the end of the game, end of the season. And look at this schedule. This is not an easy schedule. This is Kentucky to LSU. Akron. It's Akron. Then you go to Ole Miss, then not go to Ole Miss, but then you have Ole Miss, then Alabama, then Oklahoma, which was supposed to be a good team, then Texas A&M, then Vanderbilt, which was a good team at that point, Missouri, and then Wofford, and then finally you beat your rivalries in state at Clemson, man. Really good stuff, man. Really, really good stuff. This South Carolina team, I was very high on coming into the season. I thought they were going to be, just like I was high on Kansas too, and there was one other team that I was really high on. They just didn't do it. I think Liberty had a lot of good looks. Arizona had some decent looks, but this is definitely a team where I was like, yo, Nick Harbor going to go crazy. Lenore Sellers going to go crazy, but injuries and different things like that kind of held this team back. So I'm hoping and happy that there's a lot of youth on this team. So y'all better be watching out, any SEC people, because South Carolina is not going to go away. They're finishing 9-3. This is going to be a good 10-win team coming into next year. So you better not be one of them 10 if you're an SEC team. Arizona State, clear path to the playoffs. Obviously won the Big 12 title game. Arizona State, another phenomenal story. You got the Scatterboo out there doing it big. Another, not another team, but a team that was very counted out coming into their Big 12 first-year appearance. Again, this could be another chance for Arizona State, a Pac-12 team, to win the Big 12 in their first year in the new conference. So interesting developments there. Iowa State is in the Big 12 championship. Man, Iowa State and Arizona State, who'd have thunk that these would be the two Big 12 teams? But Iowa State, I don't want to say a loving member of the Big 12, because they used to ruin some of the Texas seasons back in the day. But someone who can carry that Big 12 torch well. I think this really shakes things up if they make it and they win the Big 12 championship. I mean, that makes things weird. I think that allows Clemson to have a better ranking too. Of course, they can still rank it and make it in with the ACC title game. How crazy is it that the ACC and the Big 12 titles would technically be ranked outside of the first 12, right? So when we get into the brackets, right, they have to technically be the fourth and fifth. It's just crazy. I think everybody assumed that the playoffs were just going to make it so like the best 12 teams. I don't know if that's what's happening right now. And we already yelled about Missouri. BYU gone. UNLV does have a path if they win the Mountain West title. They're going to be the group of five, highest group of five theoretically. Syracuse, you got Colorado with sorry about it, but no path. But we already talked about that. Army does have a path to the college football playoff, but UNLV has to win the Mountain West, and then of course Army has to win the AAC title. And then ranking it out, Memphis, a strong team, a strong into their season. And besides me hating the Missouri pick, besides Alabama being where they are, and besides there being 77 SEC teams within here, I mean, you got 1, 2. You don't even have that many. Yeah, you only have like 3 or 4. What that is? Whatever, like 5, 4 or 5. They don't have like 4 or 5 SEC teams. So I think the SEC bias comes into just the what's called participation trophy that I guess we're giving Missouri every single week. But that is what that is, man. I really have to say that if you told me right now who I think is going to win the college football playoff, I would probably give you, or who's capable, who's a team that is capable of it. I think Oregon is. I think Georgia is. I think Texas on their best day is. And man, that's it. Give me Oregon, Texas, and Georgia. Those are the only 3 teams, and Texas is shaky. I'm a Texas fan, and I think those are the only 3 teams that can really win the playoffs the way it's laid out. We're gonna get deeper into it. Let me see if I can find a bracket real quick, because if I can find a bracket, it's gonna be over. Hold up. Because, after they do everything, they usually send out a bracket. Let me see if I can look at that bracket and show you that bracket. Oh, they don't have the bracket. Where's the bracket? Lost track of time, man. But hey, man, y'all get in the comments. Y'all let me know, how things should look, how things should shake, how things should bake. Oh, here it is right here. Boom. Lost track of. So let's review the bracket and let's look at some of these matchups that would particularly be happening. So as it stands right now, you would have Arizona State versus Penn State. Give me Penn State, obviously. Actually, give me Arizona State. Forget that. Give me Arizona State. Tennessee, Ohio State. Give me Ohio State. Alabama, Notre Dame. Man, repeated 2011. What was it, 2011? Give me Alabama. Give me Alabama. Indiana, Georgia. Give me Georgia. Georgia, Texas. Golly, give me Texas because I'm biased. Then down here against SMU, we got Alabama versus SMU. Give me Alabama. Now we got Alabama versus Texas. Give me Texas in the national championship, son. Arizona State versus Boise State. Give me the Scatter Boosters to go crazy. Tennessee versus Oregon. Give me Oregon. Scatterboo versus Oregon. Hey, man, Oregon's rolling. Give me Oregon versus Texas in the national championship, son. Right? Y'all get down below. Let me know who's gonna make it, who's gonna bake it, who's gonna flake it. I'm live streaming, so I'm gonna talk to my comments and see how they feel. Y'all be phenomenal. Y'all be great. See you next time. Peace.